AUD risk ahead. Guys, we have the RBA's next rate decision on Tuesday, and we should see, hopefully, a nice bit of AUD volatility because it should really be quite an interesting meeting. In terms of policy, we're not expecting any changes, okay? So rates are going to be held at 0.25%. The bank also has a yield curve control program where they target the yield on the 3-year Australian government bond at 0.25%. Not expecting any changes to that either. But what we are on the lookout for is the tone of the bank. Now, according to recent speeches from RBA officials, according to just looking at all the data and the way that the coronavirus pandemic has gone in Australia, which has been good, most people expect that on the outlook for the Aussie economy, the RBA should sound quite optimistic. More optimistic than they were back in, like March or April at least. Not like optimistic, but just more optimistic. So we're expecting that slightly more optimistic tone to continue. What we're more interested in is how they feel about AUD, or how strong AUD currently is, okay? Because remember, a couple of weeks ago, 2 weeks ago I think it was, the governor, Lowe, he said that he didn't think AUD was overvalued. Now that was taken as a big positive because typically in the past what we've seen is for these small open economies like Australia, New Zealand, could be literally anything, Canada, Sweden, Norway, Switzerland, they try to talk their currency down because they want to get their currency lower to make their exports cheaper, which is a good thing for their economy, okay? So it was, a lot of people were kind of surprised that Governor Lowe was just like, yeah, Aussie's fine where it is, to be honest, or that's kind of the impression that he gave off. So some people thinking there's a risk that the RBA might actually walk back on that idea, okay? Because just a couple of days ago, you had another RBA member, Harper, and he was talking about the fact that if Aussie dollar, this is AUD USD, goes above 0.70, then he would consider it getting a little bit too strong. Now, obviously, he's not the head honcho. Lowe is the head honcho. So we're gonna have to see what which way the RBA goes. If they don't mention, Aussie strength at all in the statement, then that's probably gonna be an Aussie positive because it means Lowe's mindset that, Aussie is fine where it is. It kind of implies that the RBA isn't worried about Aussie strength. Conversely, if they note the risk that a higher Aussie dollar poses to the Australian economy, then you could see some Aussie dollar weakness, because with that there would become an increased threat of maybe some FX intervention or more dovish policy to try and push the Aussie down. Should be an interesting one, guys. It's all about the Aussie, really, about how the RBA sees the Aussie. That is pretty much it from me for now, and I'll see you in the next one.